one of your serious faults was during the forward parking maneuver. You turned into the bay, but the car didn't go in to the box, which is not a problem. But then when you reversed back to correct it, you didn't check your blind spot over your right shoulder. Now there's a road behind you and there could be a car coming from that direction. So it's a serious fault if you don't check in both directions in your blind area to see if a car is coming. Then we got to the end of this road and you gave this lady a hand gesture with your hand, willing her to start crossing the road. You cannot do this because she might be under pressure from your willingness to let her cross, that she might not look in all directions and another car or a vehicle might come and hit her from somewhere. So you are not allowed to make hand gestures at people who are waiting to cross the road. Just stay back and just look at her and let her make her own decision. Okay, so we're just going to recap how to come out of the Loughton Test Centre car park. So there's a very rare stop junction at the gate here. It says stop on the floor. You have to come to a complete dead stop. You can't keep rolling and checking at the same time. You have to come to a complete dead stop. And then when it's clear, you roll out slowly and you give way. So you stop first, then give way. Okay. Then there's a second give way. And at the end of the road, you're going to go right. So there's a first give way and then the second give way. Okay, so look in all directions, left and right here. Then look again left and right at the end of the road. Now here we're just simply following the road ahead. When the lights change, you can see on the floor the lane you're in is going right, and you moved over to the left lane without checking any mirrors at all. This is too much steering and lane change of direction without checking the mirror is too dangerous. It's a serious fault. So when you have to steer that much, you're changing your direction, you must check the mirror to see if it's safe, to see there's no cyclist or motorbike on your left side. Okay, now here we're approaching a mini roundabout. Now there's a very, very big chance that you're going to have to slow down and maybe stop for someone that's coming from your right hand side. Or if you can't see the right hand side, you're going to have to slow down to check the right hand side. You've approached it really fast, so you're going to get a minor fault for approach speed at junctions. So you're coming really fast here and then having to slow down when there's a car in front of us and we're going to have to check to the right. So you're going to get a minor fault for approaching too fast. Now here you've got a serious fault for overtaking the bus. The car in front goes around the bus. Now you shouldn't just blindly follow the car in front. You have to see if there's a car coming from ahead, which you can see. There's a car there. And you have to decide, by going around the bus, are you going to make those drivers slow down, the oncoming drivers? If you are, you cannot overtake the bus. Because if the other driver doesn't slow down, you're in their lane. It's their priority because their lane is clear. You should be waiting. It could cause an accident. If they don't slow down, they'll crash into you. So as you go around the bus, those cars have to now brake. So make sure you do not slow down any other vehicle with any action you make. Now you also got a couple of minor faults for not checking your mirror before signaling. I'm talking about the wing mirror. So if you're turning left, this diagram shows you what you need to do in the correct order. You must check the mirror first. So the wing mirror left, then give the signal. If you're going right, mirror first, then signal. So you're giving the signal and then you're going and slowing down to make the turn. Sometimes you're not even checking at all. Sometimes you're checking the mirror at the last moment when you get over here. But the correct order is right at the beginning. You must check the wing mirror before you give the signal. Okay, now there are a lot of roads that look like this that are 30 miles an hour and you're going about 35, 38. So you're way too fast, which is a serious fault and you'd fail for it. And this was another road that is 30 miles an hour and you were going about 35. So when it's 30, you must not exceed 30. It will be a serious fault and you will fail for it. Now here, just want to give you a recap. At a roundabout like this, if you're turning right for the third exit, which is this one here, M11, you need to give a right signal as it's past the 12 o'clock position. So give a right signal, then give a left signal when you're ready to leave the roundabout. Now make sure you check your left mirror before you give the left signal to leave. Now here, you're turning right and you've got a very, very bad position. You've positioned near this curb here. You're going right, you should be keeping more to your right, and then you've angled your car to the right, which is dangerous because you're kind of pointing towards these cars now. And this van, you've slowed it down. So the van had to brake because you took the turn. So you get a minor fault for approaching in the wrong position. You should be keeping your car straight and not angling your car slightly that way. And then you'll get a serious fault for turning before that van because you've slowed the van down. You've forced them to use their brakes. Right, now at this roundabout, we were taking the second exit. So you're going to cross the roundabout, second exit for Woodford, A104. Now, because it's the second exit, do not signal anything. It's not a right turn and it's not the first left. So do not signal anything. Just signal left after you pass the first exit. So you gave the signal right at the beginning, which is wrong. People will think you're trying to take the first exit. So don't signal anything. You signal when you pass the first exit. And then when you went into the roundabout, you were in the wrong position. The roundabout entrance for you here, there's two lanes. You can see there's this lane with the black cars in and there's that lane. So we need to use this lane and you're in it, correct? When you go into the roundabout, you've gone forward and you've gone so far forward, you've gone into the lane of the person who needs to be using this lane. And there was a car beside you and that car couldn't use their lane to continue into the roundabout because you had gone forward and not stayed left, but you've gone forward, too far forward into the other driver's lane. So you see how this van is coming into the roundabout same time you are because there's two separate lanes. Now they've gone in and they've kept in the right hand side. So you should go in and keep on the left hand side this way and go past the first exit and then left into the second exit. But you've gone forward and you've gone into where the van is using, the space the van is using. So you see here, you've gone too far into the other lane. You should be keeping more left into this side so that the car that's beside you can use that lane. So you get a serious fault here because you're not realizing you've gone into the other lane, you're not checking the mirror, not really aware what's going on.